Children, today we are starting with the very first topic. That is, your first topic is features of new economic policy 1991. Please remember, features of new economic policy is a very big answer. That is the reason university has divided that into various, like modules, various topics, not modules, various topics. Please remember that. Children, you are talking. I'm muting. Okay. Lecture is getting recorded, so don't talk in the middle. The voice is getting disturbed. So the very first question is features of new economic policy in 1991. I told you we have to first study why did India go for new economic policy. Then the new economic policy will be analyzed from two views. One is from the demand side, you can see here. Another one will be from the supply side, because it's a huge canvas. Slow and steady, you have to understand. And your understanding is required not for the examination point of view alone. It is required to live in the current India. Because after 1991, the entire scenario of India has changed. So when you are living in this country, you should know what type of system we are following now. That will help you to get a good job. That will help you to lead a comfortable life. Please understand that. So first we are starting with macroeconomic stabilization. Okay, if it is a offline paper, I told this is a short note. That's why I have put 5 marks out of 7. Okay, the very first question is, why did India go for NEP 1991? I already told you yesterday, years together we were following mixed economy. Okay, so what was the reason? All on a sudden, why did we go for privatization? NEP is a part of privatization. So 1951 to 1991, 40 years, India was following mixed economy, a combination of public sector and private sector. Now, 91 onwards, we are going for, a new economic policy, which is also known as, or which is the part of LPG. What is LPG, children? L stands for liberalization, P stands for privatization, and G stands for globalization. L stands for liberalization, P for privatization, and G for globalization. Children, it is heavily raining. Just let me close the window. 1 minute. Wait. Okay, so LPG means L stands for liberalization. Okay, P stands for privatization and G for globalization. So what is important is, why did we go for it and what was our objective? Our basic objective was macroeconomic stabilization. What do you mean by macroeconomic stabilization? India as an economy should be stabilized, because we were very shaky. Please remember, we were very shaky during the period, you can say 1989 onwards. Indian economy was in doldrums. It was in a very shaky mode of operation. What was the reason? We will study. So the basic objective, when we decide that we will go for a new policy, naturally the two questions arises. Madam, what is the need for that new policy? If so, what are the objectives? These are the 2 points we are answering now. Basic objective is control of inflation. Control of, we will study again in detail. Second is fiscal correction. Third is improvement in balance of payment. BOP stands for balance of payment. Please remember that. BOP stands for balance of payment. So control of inflation, fiscal correction. See this word fiscal. What do you mean by fiscal takedown? Fiscal means anything relating to government. Government expenditure, government tax, that is known as fiscal. Because government was overspending. So government को control करना सबसे important objective था. Inflation was in double digit, more than 10%. ऐसा भी हुआ कि 14% तक inflation पहुंचा. And as we go, you will learn it. More than 10 double digit inflation is so dangerous for the economy, it has to be controlled. Then we were having multiple problems. Another problem was balance of payment. Balance of payment means what we export, what we import, what we receive, what we pay. Balance of payment was in permanent deficit. इतना problems था हमारे लिए हमारा structure ही change करना पड़ा. That means the mixed economy say we were slowly entering into new economic policy which is emphasizing on privatization. Today we know that more than 20 years are over. So for 1991, 2001, 2011, now 30 years, not 20, 2021. But still we can say that our progress is not what we expected. NEP 1991, देखो, brought the fiscal deficit. This point is concerned with this fiscal correction. Government का deficit को 7.7% से 4% लाया. This was the basic objective. Children, you are young students, you do not know the seriousness of this term. Fiscal deficit. You can take down the meaning. Fiscal deficit means expenditure of the government, including the borrowing, was much more than the revenue. I'm repeating, expenditure of the government, including the borrowing, was much more than their revenue. So government was in deficit. That deficit, it was 7.7. When the deficit is more than 4%, that shows the danger signal for the economy. Please remember that. No country will be ready to trade with those countries whose fiscal deficit is 7.7. It is very, very high. I will give you an example. When you are passing, your report card is good. When you are getting A plus, O grade, your report card is excellent. When you are failing by 1 KT, report card is not so good. When you are failing by 3-4 KTs, report card is very bad. That is the story of fiscal deficit. You are failing by more than 2-3 subjects. So what is very important is your record has to be improved. Children, I have just explained what is the objective of NEP 1991. Why did we go for? We have not told. The very objective of the government was control of inflation, fiscal correction, and improvement in BOP. Then you have to be very clear in your mind who was the Prime Minister at that time who introduced 1991 reforms. We know that Prime Minister and Finance Minister have to go or have to think in the same wavelength. What is the reason, children? The reason is Prime Minister's policy, whatever he wants to implement, it is possible through the Finance Minister. And 1991, May, whoever was the Prime Minister, it was a very tough job. Why? We are going to break the system. We are going to break the mixed economy and going for privatization. Anybody is remembering who was the Prime Minister at that time? Yes or no? Where is your voice? Children, are you remembering who was the Prime Minister at that time? I cannot get your voice. You have messaged. Okay. No. My voice is, I hope, yes, somebody has written. Wahid has written. That's the right answer. Excellent. P.V. Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister of India at that time. Please remember, it's a very good general knowledge. Am I audible now? Children, am I audible? Somebody has written voice is low. That's the reason I asked.
Ma'am.
Thank you, my dear children. Okay, thank you. So any issues, always talk, no problem. So P.V. Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister of India. He was known as modern Chanakya. Narasimha Rao was called as modern Chanakya. You know that. Who was Chanakya? That is the main question. Chanakya was the minister during Chandragupta's period. Chanakya has written the very famous book Arthashastra, okay, or Kaudilya Shastra. He was also known as Kaudilya. In that book, he has written how should a king rule the country. So Narasimha Rao is known as modern Chanakya because I told we were breaking the conventional system. So whether the people will accept it or not, when you are breaking the system, naturally you have to make a new system. How the people, for example, when we have broken our conventional offline teaching, last year we started online teaching. Everybody was having the fear, students as well as the teacher. This year we are habituated. There is not much difficulty as we thought in the beginning. So similarly, it is a big challenge. So Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister at that time. Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Finance Minister. Because this is a general knowledge question as well as for your objective. Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Finance Minister at that time. Okay. Now, dekho. Why did India say goodbye to mixed economy in 1991? This is the main question you should understand. Why did we go for NEP? Children, the fiscal crisis. I told you fiscal means anything relating to government. The fiscal crisis was very high. What do you mean by the fiscal crisis? In English, we say misfortunes never come alone. What is the meaning? घर में कुछ प्रॉब्लम आने पर एक प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा, प्रॉब्लम पीछे पीछे आ जाएगा. सिमिलरली इंडियन इकोनॉमी को भी एक प्रॉब्लम नहीं था, मल्टीपल प्रॉब्लम्स था 1991 में. What were the problems? First, interest rate payment. India has borrowed a lot of money from IMF and World Bank. Children, India has borrowed heavily from IMF and World Bank 20-25 years before. 1990 to 91. And we could not even pay the interest rate. See this word. We could not pay the interest rate. Out of 100 rupee, 35 rupee India was paying as interest rate. Out of 100 rupee, India was paying 35 rupees as interest to IMF. It was very, very high. There was a time reached where India could not even repay the money. Then as usual, we know that unproductive expenditure of the government. I am telling you one example. You can recollect similar examples. Unproductive expenditure. Let us take the current scenario. We are not criticizing any government. I am giving you an example. We know that now central government is going to construct a new parliament building. Children, are you aware? They are going to construct one new parliament building plus even prime minister's residence. And the total cost is coming around 10,000 crore plus. If
13 crore.
Correct. But can you repeat how much you told?
13 crore.
13 crore, you are right. 15 crore it comes all together. So we will call it as an unproductive expenditure. Why? Country is undergoing pandemic. People are not having the job. People are not having the income. So that time this is known as unproductive. But in democracy, you cannot criticize anything and everything. But I have given you an example of unproductive expenditure. During that time also, government was going on spending carelessly, recklessly. Then we know that we spent a lot of money on defense. We spent a lot of money on subsidy. Children, what do you mean by subsidy? Subsidy means financial assistance. Please write down, please take down. Subsidy means financial assistance. Who is giving to whom? Government is giving to the farmer. Example. Or government is giving to the people. How do you get the subsidy? Say for example, you are going to the ration shop and buying the rice or buying the sugar. Ration shop, ma'am, sugar is available, say 4 rupees, 25 rupees. Open market, ma'am, आपको that sugar is costing 50 rupees. So 25 rupees, ma'am, आपको 50 रुपए का sugar मिलता है. What is the reason? Because government is giving subsidy to the ration shop people. Subsidy means it is a financial expenditure. Even your education is a subsidized education because you are paying the fees of say 8,000 and odd amount. Self-financing, you know that students are paying almost 20,000 per year. What is the reason? BCom is an aided course because the fees is decided by the university. Whereas self-financing, university will fix the price, fix the fees, no doubt, but colleges will be having upper hand because salary has to be paid by the college in the case of self-financing. Whereas in the case of aided section, salary need not be paid. Salary comes from the government. I hope examples make you understand the concept easily. So,
Yes, ma'am.
very nice of you children. Biggest problem that India was facing during 1990 to 91 was the fiscal crisis. Fiscal crisis means crisis of the government. We will call it a sovereign crisis. Sovereign means government. Then I told you, misfortunes never come alone. एक के पीछे problems. Second problem was balance of payment was in crisis. Children, balance of payment means difference between receipt and payment of foreign money. Difference between receipt and payment of foreign money. Difference between receipt and payment of foreign exchange. That is the meaning of balance of payment. So during that period, there was the crisis. What was the crisis? Our foreign exchange, this is $1 million point you will have to understand. Our foreign exchange reserves, see this, foreign exchange reserve. Reserve means foreign exchange currency. Or our foreign exchange reserves has fallen so low, देखो आप, it was sufficient only for 3 weeks import. ये देखो आप sentence. You know that we are exporting, we are getting money. That money we are using for importing. Okay. So during 91, that period पर India का foreign exchange इतने नीचे आया, इतना नीचे आया, it was sufficient only for 3 weeks import. But then you will think, madam, इसमें इतना बड़ा क्या है? Children, please understand that 3 week import तक हमारे पास पैसा है. इसका meaning क्या है? If we are comparing economy with a home, if we are comparing it with a house, the stage is the mother does not have any money at home other than her Mangal Sutra, what she is wearing. So she has to pledge. Similar situation was for Indian economy. We had pledged our gold for your information. In 91, India has pledged the gold. Where did we pledge, children? We have pledged the gold with Bank of England. We have pledged the gold with Bank of England. What is the reason? Absolutely no money. And it has become a very big criticism. I told you, हमारा currency print करने का gold, Bank of England में pledge करने का मतलब, it is just like a lady is pledging her Mangal Sutra. Very, very, very bad position. As a young student, you have to understand. So this was the picture of 1991. If you are asking me today India is sitting on the foreign exchange. We are having sufficient foreign exchange. What is the reason, children? because we had opened the economy. Please understand that. So 30 years में we had undergone tremendous changes. ये देखो problems one after another. Another problem आप देखो, oil prices begin to increase. You will ask the question, madam, oil price increase होने पर क्या होगा? Yes, children, it is very important because oil or the crude oil is a major item of our import. Okay, that is a major item of our import. So the oil price begin to increase. And during this period, you will be remembering there was the Gulf War. In 1990, there was the Gulf War. Are you remembering? You will be small children. I say, we're not small children, you were not even born. Okay. Sorry, not, yes, my children, you were. So this during this Gulf War, what was the reason? Gulf War means Kuwait was attacked by Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein, he was the leader or he was the ruler of Iraq. He has attacked Kuwait. Why did he do that? On a midnight, Saddam Hussein has attacked Kuwait. And that time, Kuwait was richest country in the world, for your information. So Saddam Hussein has attacked very cleverly and he has taken the entire gold which was with Kuwait. All on a sudden. Then the question arises, Madam, हमको क्या करने का? Yes, we have to bother. Why? So many Indians were working with Kuwait, whom we call as NRI, non-resident Indians. That non-resident Indians, they could not send money to India. India has to pay high price for oil. We cannot explain the problems that country was facing. So what has happened? Government and central bank. We know that central bank means RBI. Government and RBI almost lost the confidence. Children, read that line 10 times. Government and central bank lost the confidence. In economics, we will call it is a sign of sovereign debt. It is a sign of sovereign debt crisis. I told you children, sovereign means government. Sovereign debt crisis. Generally, sovereign debt crisis means country will collapse. Please understand that. But luckily, it did not happen. So many points I discussed with you. Again, I'm quickly revising. What are we discussing? Why did India go for NEP? Why did we go for privatization? That's my question. What was the first reason, children? We were facing fiscal crisis. You can see here, interest burden was 29%. What do you mean by that? 100 rupee government gets, they were paying 29% as interest. Later it went up to 35%. Okay, then I told you there was a balance of payment crisis. Balance of payment crisis, only we were having 3 weeks import. The money to pay the bill of 3 weeks import. So the problems after problems. This was the situation of 1990-91. But today the same India, we are able to face the pandemic situation. Please remember, our government did not crumble. Our government did not tumble. They were able to manage. But you will ask me the question, Madam, young people like us, we are not getting the vaccine. Every day we are trying. Yes, of course, the people above, the young children above 18 years are not given the vaccine. Please understand that our population is so huge, 132 crore. So to provide vaccination at a stretch to everybody, it will take time. We cannot compare Israel with India. As yesterday some student was telling. We cannot compare even US with India because Indian population is so many times higher. Otherwise, we can take the quite, proud. Adar Poonawala, he is belonging to India. Who is Adar Poonawala, children? The Serum Institute ka CEO.
Serum Institute का CEO.
Perfect. Very good, very good. Who is, producing the vaccine. Okay, biotech They are producing Covaxin. Okay. So what is important is
But
today.
ma'am, he is also making profit.
Yeah, he is no doubt at all. That is why the tug of war is going on now. What should be the price of that Covishield? That is where the tug of war is going on. Ultimately, he is interested in profit. Okay, government wants to get it at a lower price. He is not ready to provide. And he ran away and he went to London. So what is important is, children, here today we are in a much better position. But the problem what we have undergone, we were this at the lowest point here. And from there, slowly, we have climbed up. Up to this, children, is there any doubt? Or you want to discuss something, you can talk to me. 1 minute will be given. Is there any doubt? Is it clear to you, children? आवाज किधर गई?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam. See, what is important is understanding is one part. Learning is another part. So don't think that you are putting in the chat box. Okay, thank you, children. So understanding and learning together should go. Because don't think that, madam, it's an online exam chalega. Nobody is going to give you a job just by looking at your mark sheet. You will have to be very confident in your own subject knowledge. And naturally, you should study. That is more important. Now, third point I told you is the high inflation. Every time we are telling, because there are so many students, in spite of repeated comments, they cannot understand that word inflation. When you cannot understand that word inflation, please remember, you cannot understand India. Because inflation is the household name. Inflation means high price. Please remember. Dekho, I told you Gulf War of 1991. Kuwait was attacked by Iraq. Saddam Hussein was the king of Iraq. And he has taken away all the wealth of Kuwait. Night to night, he has taken away the entire wealth. In, big, like vehicles, he has taken the gold from Kuwait. And India was very badly affected by that. I told you. And 1991, up dekho, when we started this, or just before that, new economic policy, inflation was double digit. 94-95, inflation went up to 14%. You will ask the question, madam, after the NEP, inflation has increased. Of course, it will increase because government has opened the economy. We know that when we talk about NEP, the main point we are going to emphasize is this foreign direct investment. So a lot of money was coming to India. When a lot of money comes to India, money supply increases, the price will increase. Beginning it will happen. 91 we introduced the economic policy, 94 means only 3 years. So that time the price went up to 14%. Inflation was very high. But if you ask me today, what is the rate of inflation? It is, we are very safe between 5.5 to 6% or 6 to 7%. You can say that is a safe level of inflation. So India was facing multiple problems during the period of 91. Then okay. One second, I'm just starting. Give me 1 minute time. Just wanted to know. Okay. Now, government has introduced NEP 1991. When did government introduced? July 1991, NEP was introduced. NEP was introduced. So as a part of NEP, Government did so many things. This let it be there. We cannot understand. You cannot understand it right now. SLR and CRR. I will come back it little later. First, government started with fiscal correction. What do you mean by fiscal correction, children? Correction in the government expenditure. That is the meaning of the term fiscal correction. I had given the meaning here. Dekho. The term fiscal means anything relating to tax, anything relating to government expenditure and public debt. Please make it very clear. Fiscal, it is dealing with three things. First one, what are they, children? Fiscal deals with what all things?
Taxes, government taxes.
Tax, government expenditure, and public debt.
Very good. Everybody should know this. These are the three things. How the government collect the tax? How does the government spend the money? Why does the government borrow money? That is the meaning of the term fiscal policy. So first, what did the government do? The moment NEP has been introduced, government has cut down the subsidies. Apna expenditure kam karna hi padega. For that, they reduce the subsidy. Then they reduce defense expenditure. They reduced administrative expenditure. Children, administrative expenditure is a huge unproductive expenditure. What is the example? Salary given to the government employees. You know that in Parliament, in Delhi, there are two, there are big blocks. They call it as the block. Buildings are known as blocks. So there are two big blocks. It consisting of so many buildings. And that is connected with Parliament. Because you know that there are so many ministers. Each minister got his own department. There are so many officers. There are so many clerks. There are so many sub-staff. There is customs office, income tax office. So many people are working. Then you take the example of Indian Railway, biggest in the world, you can say. So every month, such amount of salary has to be given by the government. So government, they have to reduce the expenditure. And now you can ask me the question, Madam, how did the government reduce the expenditure? Now you can see that everywhere now government is going for privatization. Because government is not ready to take heavy burden on themselves. 30 years are over now. We are now into the privatization. So that time government first reduced the subsidy. They reduced defense expenditure and even administrative expenditure. And even income tax rate has been reduced to 30%. Earlier the slab was more than 30%. Now the higher slab is 30%. Why did government reduce the tax? When government reduce the tax, what will happen? Income of the people will be, at least, people can have more disposable income because the tax is less. When people are having more income, they will spend more. When they spend more, automatically production will also increase. Profit of the producers will increase. So economy means there will be a positive upward direction change. That is why government has reduced income tax. Okay, children?